Well, thank God I can do this weather update for you tonight. It's a quarter to 10, 22nd of June, and you can see a very unusual setup here. This is a retrograding warm front, so we actually have the warm front moving back toward the west. This is the warm front that's been sitting over our area, bringing us the showers, and further to the west, you'll see all these bad thunderstorms that are hitting places like Pennsylvania and Virginia. There's been a lot of severe weather there. There's also been storms in California as well. So the climate continues to get completely out of control. Again, this is, like I said, it's only going to get worse. I mean, come on, have you ever seen anything like this before? This is what happens when the jet stream has gone completely bonkers. So very strange to see a satellite loop that actually looks like this. And looking at the current radar right now, pull this up here, and you can see all that severe weather that they've had a lot of storms in Pennsylvania. Virginia looks like West Virginia. Look at some of these storms here. They look like they're pretty wicked storms. Some strong wind gusts with them, and they've also had some storms in California as well. Not seeing, yep, there's a couple right there. So, yeah, storms are firing up along this, again, the air is actually being pushed back. And there's a lot of lift in this area, and you're starting to get almost like there's a tremendous amount of lift in this area right here. So that's where you're seeing all this severe weather going on. And if we go and we look at the lightning here, which we'll go ahead and look at, we'll see how much lightning these storms are producing. It's not tons of lightning here. Not tons of lightning. They would have been more severe earlier. Oh, there we go. It's just taking a while to load, I guess. You can sort of see there's a lot of lightning coming out of this, although it's just having trouble catching up, I guess. You can see, yeah, there's a lot of lightning in the mountains here, West Virginia. So, yeah, these storms are producing a lot of rain, causing flash flooding. Again, if we go to the AccuWeather here, you'll see some stories on this. So, you'd think they would have some stories on this. Yeah, severe storms jolt over Ohio Central Appalachians. So, and there's dry thunderstorms. Look at all this climate chaos going on here. And then temperatures will spike in the Pacific Northwest as well. And the media doesn't really talk much about it. I wasn't even aware of a derecho that caused a blackout because they knocked down so many power lines in Columbus. They actually had to shut off power about a week ago because there was extreme heat and the transmission lines. Some of them were damaged, so the ones that were left were at risk of overloading. So, yeah, crazy stuff. And we need to really be upgrading the power grid. But, again, there's no attention. The president would rather talk about a gas tax holiday than fixing the power grid, which is absolutely ridiculous. But there you go. The man can't even stay on a bike. Doot. That's my joke right there. But anyway, so let's go to the Ventus sky here. I'll just show you what the radar looked like today. So you get an idea. We'll rewind it a little bit to 10 a.m. this morning. You can see the showers they were kind of training over Suffolk County, and then in the afternoon it rained in Suffolk County, and then this band slowly worked its way toward from east to west. Yeah, that's the wrong direction, but yeah, east to west. Very, very strange to see that, for sure. So let's look at our current conditions, and you can see severe thunderstorm watches, some severe thunderstorm warnings going on in West Virginia, and also some flash flood warnings as well going on. So let's go take a look at our current conditions on the map here, and actually we're going to pull this out a little more to get an idea of it's a little more. That's good. So 63 at Farmingdale. See that southeast wind, dew point 59. So it was pretty cool all day today. We're only in the 60s pretty much. If we look at Farmingdale and the temperatures there all day long, you'll see, I think we're mainly in the 60s all day. So quite cool. Yeah, only in the 60s. Look at that. 63, 64, 68. The high was actually as of midnight last night, so I'm not even going to show the highs. But what I do want to show is the amount of rain that we wound up having. So let's go to precipitation here, and we'll show you that. If it'll load, of course. Oh, wait a minute. We got to change this to midnight. Let's do it as of midnight last night. All right, so and we're out a little further here because I want to show you. Again, New Jersey hardly got anything, which is not good. because that's where the wildfire is. It is contained. I'm going to speak about that too. You can see most of the rain fell out over mid parts of Connecticut, middle part of Connecticut down through New Haven, and into Suffolk County, where Islip got 0.79 inches of rain there, and 0.66 there at Shirley. It's not a huge amount of rain, but if we go further west into where all these severe storms are happening, you could see that some areas have gotten a lot more rain. Look at that 1.55 there in somewhere in West Virginia, and then going to Pennsylvania, where I think don't see tremendous amounts of rain. Yeah, here's 0.70, 1.04, 1.15. So they got a little more rain with these severe storms that hit. The other impact is the power outage situation. Lots of power outages. Pennsylvania and West Virginia, Pennsylvania and Virginia from these storms. 51,000 out in Pennsylvania. We have 90 plus almost 91,000 out in Virginia. And in California, too, 65,000 out as well, because they've had some storms, too. It looks like hitting Kern County there. So they've had some storms there. And then if you go into Pennsylvania, you'll see some of the harder-hit areas over here in the southwestern part of the state. And in Virginia, you'll see 90,000. Look at that. Some of these counties here are mostly out. So, yeah, this is a pretty big mess here with these storms that occurred. And again, it's all because of the stalled frontal boundary that we're dealing with right now. So let's go to the models here, and we'll take a look and see what we've got here. Here's that storm again. We're going to look at the GFS first, and you'll see here, there's that storm that seems to want to form over here. But you'll see what happens as the storm forms. And we have a high pressure build in. So tomorrow, we're not going to really see too much rain over our area. You can see this is your warm front right here. It's stuck right here, right there. All right, it's stuck right there. But what does eventually wind up happening is this low develops. It causes the warm front to dissipate, and then this warmer area of high pressure to build in for Friday into the weekend. And the weekend is going to be quite summer-like with that, ridge in place there, as you see. And then we go beyond that. Looks like a cold front does make it through, hopefully, but it's still long range. I'm not going to focus too much on that right now. You can see, though, this weak tropical system here that's trying to develop across the East Coast. So let's look at the HRRR here. Hopefully we'll have the full HRRR unlike yesterday. Okay, here we go. So here's your here's what happens. So here's your warm front. You can see it kind of sitting there, kind of just dissipates. Here's your low, this low that just develops right here. Could be a tropical storm. This could be a tropical storm. We're going to have to watch this. I don't know if the NHC or they still don't have anything out for it. No. But this looks like some kind of tropical system. It doesn't look that strong, but we'll have to keep an eye on that. But you'll see tomorrow we're not going to be dealing with too much rain at all. And there's your tropical system. And it kind of makes its way up to the east of Cape Cod almost. It's a very unusual setup with the high right here, this tropical system right here. I mean, this is really, really weird. So let's go look at the dew point situation here. And you'll see here, dew points, again, southeast winds. You'll see this will show the winds. You'll see a little more moisture coming in. It'll just be moderately humid, just a little bit humid. You'll see the winds then go easterly. Here's your tropical system right here. And then northeasterly as it starts to pull some. This will probably bring some drier air into the area. And that's probably why we're going to see that rain kind of dissipate. You can see here the tropical system right here on this thing, which is crazy. You can see some with drier air off to the west there as well. So let's go and look at the wind profile on this tropical system here that develops. It looks pretty weak. It really doesn't look that strong. But nonetheless, I mean, this has the look of a tropical storm or a tropical depression or something, some kind of hybrid or something, for sure. Nobody's talking about it, and I'm not surprised. Maybe they've been told to shut up like I have. Because, again, even the Weather Service, nobody really wants to talk about how serious this climate emergency is. Wall Street doesn't want you to know for sure. So let's go now to the NAM3. Let me put this back into precip mode here. We're going to go and look at the NAM3. And the NAM3, that's right. Now, I don't have enough of the zeros in, but this is the NAM3 model here, so you get an idea of what's going to be happening here as we head into tomorrow. And, again, you can see, I mean, I can't rule out an isolated shower or maybe even a thunderstorm, possibly, This is the NAM 3, of course, but you know it won't be 100% completely dry, but it won't be nearly as wet as today. There's slight chance of a shower thunderstorm, but it wouldn't last very long. And again, here is your system right here. Again, and look at it. It kind of just sits there. Here we are Friday, so it's kind of just held in place because you got a high here, and it's just going to be stuck in this spot right here. So this is kind of interesting here, to say the least. And again, that's as far as much as we got on the NAM 3. We can go to the NAM 12, which goes a little further. And again, this is the 18Z run. So you get the idea, again, of this really unusual thing. So it actually is going to sit there. So now they're originally we thought it was going to go out. Now it's just going to sit there. Now, the ocean is not warm enough to create a very strong system out of this far north, fortunately. If this was in August, we'd have a little more to worry about. But you'll see here that it kind of sits there and it kind of like pushes it almost back toward the coast again, because there's no jet stream to move anything along right now. All right, that's the idea the NAM has. Let's see if the GFS does the same thing. GFS does not. GFS moves it out. So hopefully those models are wrong and it just moves it on out, because you know we don't want to have something just sitting there all weekend long. So let's go now look at our back to the ARRR, and we'll go ahead and look at our temperatures here, and we'll see what is going to be happening with that. So tonight, don't expect to cool down that much. Probably upper 50s, low 60s, damp. And tomorrow, you see it's showing some warmer temperatures, indicating some sun trying to come out tomorrow. So we'll see mid-70s. It won't be all that warm, probably. And then tomorrow night, we'll have the 60s. And then for Friday, we'll see warmer temperatures here, with highs probably reaching close to 80. And then it looks like it's showing a sea breeze, again, developing toward the evening and the afternoon there. All right. And again, every model is different. So we'll go ahead and now look at the GFS, which has us in the mid-70s for tomorrow. And then it seems like there's an agreement here on the temperatures here for the most part. But as we get into Saturday, that's when things are going to heat up a little more. You'll see highs reaching close to 90 in the middle of the island, North Shore, as well as New Jersey. And then as we get towards Sunday, still pretty warm with mid-80s on Long Island and then close to 90 in New Jersey. If we look at the wind flow, you'll see south flow on Sunday, so that would tendency to keep the sea breeze around. But Saturday, I see more of a westerly flow. The dew points will be lower. It does show that dew points will probably be, it won't be that humid, actually. Even though it'll be warm, it won't be that humid. That's the good news. Dew points don't look all that bad at all. Here we are into Sunday, so it really doesn't look all that bad at all. And then as we get toward Monday, we'll see that's when we'll see the surge, the humid air surge up ahead of this cold front that's going to come through on Monday. And then by Tuesday, it looks like we'll have lower dew points. But we have to watch this front. It could stall out, so we have to watch out for the possibility of stall front syndrome. This front may not. But again, this is way into the future, which is why I'm not talking about it all that much. A lot can change between now and then. As far as this front may not even, it may not even materialize. That far out, we just don't know. But I'm just watching the weekend right now. So let's go and look at the sky cover. That'll be the next thing we'll look at here. And we'll start with the GFS first. So here's the GFS. And you'll see tomorrow, it's actually showing clear skies, at least for the first part of the day, over the east end of Long Island. The rest of us will deal with some clouds. And then for Friday, it looks like it's showing a good deal of sunshine. And same for Saturday, especially if you're east again. And then we'll be dealing with more of the clouds on Sunday. And then we deal with this front that could get hung up and keep clouds around. But again, I don't want to read too much into that. Now we're going to go ahead and look at the Rjm model, which is the other model we have to take a guess and see how our clouds will do. So here's tomorrow, and again, it's showing, especially the first part of the day, fairly clear skies. Whoops, my mistake there. Fairly clear skies, and then we'll see some more cirrus roll in, but there'll still be sunshine. It's still, tomorrow, it doesn't look like a bad day at all. It shouldn't be gloomy like today at all. And then for Friday, we should have some sun and then maybe some pop-up clouds. And then even Saturday, it's showing us to be fairly clear. So, a summer-like weekend, but it won't be that humid. Although it'll be warm, it's going to be good summer weather. If you like a little warm, you won't be complaining. But I'm glad at least the humidity won't be around. It won't be humid. So even if you're dealing with 80s, our normal high this time of the year is in the mid-80s. If we go ahead and look at the climate report from Islip, you'll see that. So let's go and look at that. Climate. And So let's load that climate up here if it of course will load, because sometimes it just doesn't want to. Ice slip. So look at that. We were only 65 today. All right, the normal value at islip is 79. By the weekend, the normal high is supposed to be 80. All right, so well below normal for the day. Precipitation for the month 2.13 observed value. The normal value is 3.15. So we're actually below normal for precipitation, which didn't feel like it, but I guess we are. We'll pick up a little more rain, but I guess this month has been a little bit below normal for the precipitation. But I think that's going to wrap it up just about. Lastly, we'll just go to the Storm Prediction Center and we'll see if they have. And they see all that risk is basically off to our west and then over that interior mid-Atlantic area, West Virginia, parts of Virginia. So as we go into tomorrow, not really showing too much over us at all. So as far as the severe threat goes, I don't think we'll have to worry about that. So I think that is going to wrap up this weather update, and I'm glad I'm able to talk about what's going on because we need to talk about it. Very unusual stuff, but at least here on Long Island, we seem to be avoiding so far the worst of these crazy storms that are affecting the rest of the country. One day our luck will run out. But again, look at that crazy satellite image right there. That is nuts. So that is going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching.